You are not alone because something is wrong with you. You are alone because of something specific about how your brain works. And once you understand what that is, the loneliness does not disappear, but it becomes something different, something that makes sense. The loneliest people in any room are often the most intelligent ones. Not because they are arrogant, not because they push people away, but because of something that happens inside a highly intelligent brain during ordinary social interaction that makes genuine connection significantly harder to find and significantly harder to keep. Here is what nobody tells you. Intelligence does not make social interaction easier. It makes it harder. When you walk into a room and have a conversation, your brain is doing something that most people's brains are not. It is processing not just what is being said, but everything around what is being said. The tone that doesn't quite match the words. The slight inconsistency between what this person said 10 minutes ago and what they are saying now. The subtext running underneath the surface of the exchange. The thing nobody is saying that is somehow louder than everything they are. Most people hear a conversation. You experience it as a dense stream of information arriving from multiple directions simultaneously. This is not a gift in a social context. It is exhausting. What others experience as a pleasant, low-effort exchange, catching up, small talk, the easy rhythm of ordinary conversation, you experience as significant cognitive work. You leave social interactions more tired than you arrived. Not because you are introverted necessarily, but because your brain does not have an economy mode for processing other people. It runs at full capacity whether you want it to or not. And then there is the authenticity problem. Highly intelligent people have a significantly lower tolerance for superficial connection, not as a preference, but as a biological reality. Small talk does not just bore them, it actively registers as a kind of loss. Every conversation that stays on the surface is a conversation that did not go where it could have gone, and the gap between what the interaction was and what it could have been is felt acutely, even in the moment. This narrows the field dramatically. If genuine connection requires a certain depth, a willingness to go past the surface, to engage with ideas seriously, to be honest about the things that actually matter, then the number of people available for that kind of connection in any given social environment is small. Not because other people are less valuable, but because the kind of conversation that feels like real contact to you is the kind that most people never have. Not because they can't, but because they don't need it the way you do. So you find yourself in rooms full of people, perfectly capable of performing the social rituals, perfectly aware of how to make someone laugh or feel comfortable, and feeling, underneath all of it, completely alone. Not unseen exactly, just not found. Here is where the research gets specific. Studies on intelligence and social satisfaction consistently find that highly intelligent people report lower life satisfaction from social interactions than people of average intelligence, but higher life satisfaction from time spent alone. This sounds like bad news. It is actually the opposite. It means you are not broken. Your brain is calibrated for a different kind of experience than the one most social environments offer. Solitude is not a consolation prize for people who cannot connect. For a highly intelligent mind, solitude is often the only environment where the constant work of translation stops, because that is what most social interaction requires from you. Translation, when your reference points are different, when the things that fascinate you are things most people have never considered, when your sense of humor runs several layers deep and most people catch only the surface, you spend a significant portion of every social interaction simplifying, adjusting, holding back the part of yourself that you suspect will not land, that will require too much explanation, that will shift the energy in the room in a direction nobody asked for. You become fluent in a version of yourself that is easier for other people to be around. And the longer you do this, the more you lose track of the last time someone actually met the real version. This is the loneliness that intelligent people carry. Not the loneliness of having no one around. The loneliness of being consistently, persistently, almost invisibly mistranslated. And here's the part that the research found that most people never hear. The same processing depth that makes ordinary social interaction exhausting. The same thing that makes you hear 17 layers of a conversation that most people experience as one, is also the thing that makes you capable of a quality of connection that most people never experience at all. When you do find someone who can meet you where you actually are, who does not require the translation, who follows the thought to where it actually goes, who laughs at the real joke and not just the surface version, the connection that becomes possible is of a completely different order than what most people mean when they use the word friendship. Most people have many connections. You have the capacity for fewer and deeper. The loneliness is real. The rarity is real. The exhaustion of performing a simplified version of yourself in every room is real. And it is significant, and it deserves to be named. But it is not evidence that something is wrong with you. It is evidence of a mind that needs something specific, something that is genuinely rare, and has not yet found enough of it. That is a different problem than the one you thought you had. And it has a different answer. Not fixing yourself. Finding the rooms where translation is not required.